speaker, his grades, Kadamba and Prabhu. Anyone who had not heard of Kadamba and Prabhu, don't know who is. So then the vice president is saying they don't know a very important, right? It's like we never know, right? Because Prabhuji don't know what purity that Prabhuji has. So that's why he's saying. But we all know through his talks. Prabhuji is again the only person seen the process for about 49 years. Prabhuji got first initiation, Prabhuji got about 21 years. So Prabhuji has in the process formally for more than 2 years. He is preacher, Prabhuji is Pujari, Prabhuji is drama coordinator, Prabhuji is Abhishek coordinator. Pretty much every activity in temple he is involved somewhere or other. Right? He's dearmost friend, guide, and birthday coordinator. Recently, we started an RP program. He is putting a lot of effort behind the scene. He's a point person for NRP program that just started. We'll have amazing Abhishek and activity for about 40 months there today as well. So Prabhuji is, and by profession, is speech therapist. So a lot of people take a lot of guidance in a different way from giving. Supporting in every aspect of services. I can go on and on, but for the interest of time, he asked me not to speak much, so I'll just take my place. And his guest Kadamba and Prabhu to enlighten us of this Shastric knowledge. His guest Kadamba and Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, on behalf of ISKCON Farmington, we are very happy to welcome you all to this Gaur Purnima celebration. I request everyone to please come forward. I am a herbivorous animal, so don't worry, please come forward. All are science students, we know what is herbivorous, right? Please come forward. Please come forward. It will be helpful for the devotees. Thank you. Devotees, I'm sure all of your chanting must be really very good. You know why? I'll be speaking only for 25 minutes. Because 1:45 is an amazing drama. So we're all getting ready. So quickly we will see Lord Chaitanya's glories are unlimited. Even Adishesha, with his thousands of mouths, he cannot even complete the glories, even little iota. Even 1 ounce. Who are we, mortal living beings? It is impossible to glorify. But we will try like a squirrel attempt, we will try it. Please repeat after me. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki. Do a quick Mangalacharan to remove the blessings of our Acharyas and our beloved Lordships. I sincerely seek the blessings of all the assembled devotees. Om Ajnanatirmirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminithi Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Jnanavadi Vaschatya Deshtakarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Thank you, Shri. Please, move forward like that. So you can hear with that. Once again, happy Gaur Purnima to all of you. I'm sure all of you must have performed this Abhishek ceremony, which we get to do like only twice a year. So it's a very, very important service for us. You can personally pray the Lord's. We all know Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the combined incarnation of Radha and Krishna. Together, they appeared as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. If you remember, in the pages of Srimad Bhagavatam, the 8th canto, from 5th chapter to 11th chapter, there are descriptions of Samudra Manthan Leela, the churning of milk ocean. Amazing Leela. In that Leela, so many avatars of Vishnu has been mentioned. So many avatars of Krishna is mentioned. Can we recollect some names? Which are the avatars in that particular Leela itself? Kurma avatar? Anyone? Not in that Leela. That's a separate Leela. Even in Samudra Manthan Leela, churning of milk ocean itself, we have Kurmadev, we have Ajita, we have Mohini Murti, we have Lord's expansion, Lord Shiva, and Dhanvantri, like this. And if you see in that Leela, every time devotees will go and help. Vishnu, please help. We need your help. That's how they go and ask for help. Every time. So Vishnu appeared in different forms so that this pastime can be performed. So Lord Vishnu, who is the expansion of 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 Krishna, he is performing this amazing Leela. So Lord Vishnu serves the devotees as his master, right? So, for example, if you take Narsinghadev, whose descriptions are very nicely given in the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, after Narsinghdev's Leela, Lord asked Prahlad Maharaj to sit on his lap. At that time, he asked, "How do you feel?" He said, "It is an amazing experience, Lord. I wish you can also experience this." Lord thought, wow, it would be really nice to have a father and sit on his lap and experience that love. So in the next avatar, he appeared as Lord Ram. And in Lord Ram's avatar, he serves the devotees mostly as a friend. He wanted to serve them as a friend. But the devotees, most of the time, they wanted to accept the Lord as only master. That's why even when he goes near Sugriva to embrace him, he will just slip down and fall at his feet and say, "Lord, I'm your servant." But Lord always wanted a friend. So he had desires. And also we know Lord was Ekapatni Vrata. So many sages in Dandakaranya forest, thousands of them, Lord Ram said, "Wow, what a personality. I want to marry this person." Can you imagine? That was Lord's beauty. Lord said, "Excuse me, I'm Ekapatni Vrata in this life. So next life we can see." So Lord had two desires to fulfill that as well as to have friends, friendly relationships. So in the next, he came as the Supreme Lord, self-same Supreme Lord, Swayam Bhagavan Sri Krishna. In that Leela, he had amazing friends, friends after friends, right? And so many wonderful Leela. Krishna Leela is the most enchanting. And then, if you remember, the Lord, along with that friendship, he also married 16,108 queens. So many of them were in this Munishari gopis. Basically they were all the sages in Dandakaranya forest wanted to get married to Lord Ram. In this particular incarnation, he gave that opportunity. That's why if somebody asks why Krishna today, it is because they wanted, because they were sages in the previous life. They were desperately wants to marry Lord Ram. Lord Ram could not do that, so Lord Krishna did it. And Lord Krishna had three other desires. We see in the pages of Chaitanya Charitamrita, the topmost of all scriptures. Sri Krishnadas Kaviraj Thakur, he explains three reasons, three internal reasons. That is basically three desires of Krishna. If you remember, Narsinghadev had one desire, Lord Ram had two desires, Krishna had three desires, three internal reasons. We all know he wanted to know the bliss, the experience of happiness rather than the experiences. Lord also wanted to know the position of Radharani, how she relishes Krishna's pastime, being with Krishna. And he also wanted to sincerely seek your blessings. So the third one was, he also wanted to relish the divine qualities of himself. Srimati Radharani said, Krishna, if you want to do that, then you will fall at every moment, in that ecstasy of the divine qualities of yourself. So, to cover you up, I will give my complexion to you. The golden complexion of Srimati Radharani gave it to Krishna. So, Krishna appeared as own devotee with the complexion of Srimati Radharani. How many desires Lord Nrsimhadev had? One. How many Lord Ram had? Krishna, everything he fulfilled. And unlike other avatars, this avatar is extra special, super special. Why? In other avatars, Krishna had a purpose. Many times, what are the three purposes? External reasons. Paritranaya sadhuna, vinashaya dushkritam, dharma samstavanarthaya. Right? For that, he appeared Sambhavami Yuge, protect the devotees, to annihilate the miscreants, and re-establish dharma, religion. So, these are external reasons. And other avatars, he did that perfectly. Many times he killed the demons. Krishna killed so many demons. Ram killed so many demons. Nrsimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu, like that. But in this avatar, Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did not kill any demon. He only killed the demoniac propensities, the demoniac qualities, the bad qualities in our heart. That is what he killed. That's what he removed. How? By his demonstration of being a wonderful devotee. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he appeared as this devotee. If you remember, I said, Vishnu, he serves the devotees as a master. Lord Ram served the devotees as his friend. Krishna served the devotees as their servant. You have seen many times. He would touch the feet of Vishnu Maharaj. He was driving the chariot of Krishna. He was serving as a servant. But further beyond our conception, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he served the devotees as being a servant of the servant. Gopi Vartur Padakmalayo, Das, Dasanudas. He served as a servant of the servant. And he demonstrated what a pure devotee is, so that all of us can get inspired and follow. And I remember one such pastime, Srila Prabhupada, along with many devotees, he was chanting on the street. One policeman, a cop, came and said, "Hey, you all, don't you know that you need to get permission to chant on the streets?" Prabhupada asked the cop, "Do you also need permission to breathe?" No one asked such questions to a policeman. He said, "No, I don't think so." Then, why do we need to get permission for chanting on the streets? Because chanting is really the breathe, it's the life air for the soul. So why do we need? The policeman was completely bewildered, but he was impressed by Prabhupada's confidence and his purity, and he said, "Okay, you continue." Haribo! That is Srila Prabhupada. In the early days, in Tompkins Square Park in New York, in 1966, there were very, very few people along with Srila Prabhupada. Sometimes in the initial time, hardly anyone. But at that time, Prabhupada would always say, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was always there. I was never alone. That's why, because of his mercy, so many boys and girls came. One such time, then gradually the group grew. So many people came for that Kirtan, Tompkins Square Park, Kirtan. At that time, that area, those of you know that part of New York, it's a very notorious place. During those days, it is filled with people who had troubled situation and they were violent. Many drug addicts, alcoholics, they were all around there. And many gangs were there too. One particular time when they were doing Kirtan, suddenly a gang fight broke out. And they were fighting with weapons, literally. And it was a chaotic situation. People were running, screaming. But Prabhupada was completely fearless. And some of the devotees said, "Let us just run away from this situation. We don't want to get into this trouble." But Prabhupada said, "Now increase the intensity of the Kirtan." Then they started chanting more louder. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, the riot situation, what was literally a riot, with weapons people were fighting, they were shocked. And slowly they calmed down And some of them, they even came to the Kirtan and started dancing in Kirtan. Haribol! And the riot completely stopped. Everyone was amazed. Even the cops, what is happening? It is like a miraculous situation. And all this was possible by the chanting of the holy name. Haribol! And Srila Prabhupada very nicely mentioned after that, see, this is the power of holy name. The holy name can transform any ruffians, any person who is violent in nature to a completely humble as well as a devoted person. So that is the power of the holy name. Prabhupada demonstrated life in that situation. It was a miraculous situation. Many devotees got inspired by that incident and became committed, and their devotional life increased. That is Srila Prabhupada. And Srila Prabhupada would often say, it is all by the mercy of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Anarpita charim chirad karunaya avatirna kalo samarpayitam unnato jvalarasam swabhakti shriyam hari purata sundara duti kadamba sandipita sada hridaya kandare spuratuva sachinandanaha. Can someone read the translation?
May the Supreme Lord, known as the son of Srimati Sachi Devi, be transcendently situated in the innermost chambers of your heart. Resplendent with the radiance of molten gold, he has appeared in the age of Kali by his causeless mercy to bestow what no incarnation has ever offered before, the most sublime and radiant mellow of devotional service, the mellow of conjugal love.
That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared by the fervent prayers of Advaita Acharya. We all know Advaita Acharya is the combined incarnation of Sadashiva and Mahavishnu. He said Mahavishnu is Karunadaksha Vishnu, right? From whom all the planets appear. He doesn't have to create, he just have to will. He is Satya Sankalpaha. Just by desire, he creates unlimited number of planets. By his exhalation, by his inhalation, he takes them all back. His personality. And if you see all the incarnations, the devotees will go, like Brahmaji would go and beg at the Lord and say, Lord, please appear. We need to rectify the situation. We need Paritrana Sadhuna, we need, the Vinashaya Siddhaskratam, and also Dharma Samsapanayata. So please come. So every time, the devotees will go to the Lord. For this super special incarnation, Mahavishnu himself was praying fervently, so intensely, for years. He would offer every day Gangajal and Tulsi leaves to Shaligram Shila and worship, Lord, please appear, please appear. This is the special avatar. Lord Mahavishnu and Sadashiva, both in the form of Advaita Acharya, they begged Lord's presence. And they did it for many, many years. Those days in Navadvip is the, at that time, in the 1400s, that was the high seat of learning. We can somewhat crudely compare to the present day Harvard or Cambridge. That is the place where everybody wants to go. It's a prestige to study in Navadvip. Even though it is a high seat of learning, but people were so degraded. They were not following any spirituality. They just wanted to become scholars and Sanskrit teachers, but they were not, they are not practicing spiritual life. So it was so degraded situation. Seeing the situation, not just in Navadvip, the entire world, Advaita Acharya's heart was so painful. That is the reason he was praying intensely. My question, hey, come on. He is Mahavishnu himself, right? He could have done it by himself. Why can't he do that? The answer is, Lord can give liberation. Vishnu can give liberation. And only, Krishna and Vishnu can give liberation. That's why the word Mukunda means Mukti Prataka iti Mukunda. Only Vishnu Tattva can give liberation. But here, in this special avatar, it's not just giving liberation, giving Krishna prem, the love for Krishna. By giving this love for Krishna, Krishna will be conquered. Just think about it. If you have love for Krishna, Krishna becomes yours. You remember all these stories, right? Many of you may know this story. Once a king had a birthday celebration. He said, on my birthday, I want to make everybody happy. So whoever wants anything, please come and ask for it, I'll provide. So people started lining up. Everybody asked, I want 10 kilos of gold. I want some few acres of land. Now I want this, that. So many questions, so many, requests they had, except only one lady. One lady, a senior citizen, she didn't want to get anything from the king. Except her, everybody came and got something and went. The king realized, hey, why did this lady didn't come to my palace? Then he himself went to the lady and said, oh lady, I know you are so noble, you don't want anything, but today is my birthday. To bless me, can you ask for something? Said, but I am fully satisfied, king. You are very good king. You are taking care of us so well. Then said, I insist, please ask something. Then the lady asked a very nice request. She said, can you become my son? The king said, so be it. She became Rajmata from then on. So this is intelligence. This is smartness. Because you might ask for a few little things, but if the king is yours, the whole kingdom is yours. Right? Similarly, if you ask little things from Krishna, but if Krishna is yours, what else you want? Amazing, right? So who can give that? Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu can give that Krishna prayer. Nobody else can give. Only Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So Radha and Krishna together they appeared as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And you see this point. Such a high thing. Just imagine, close your eyes for a second. All of you. Okay? You are finding a note for a treasure. Yes, the treasure says, you do this particular task and you complete that, you go to this particular place, you will get $1 billion, not million, $1 billion. You go there, you find so much money, you feel happy, right? But you will think, how do I carry this? The note says, don't worry, it will be automatically transferred to your bank account. Then there is another note. That note says, you go complete this task and go to the next place, you will find the precious jewels in the world in abundance quantity. You went there and collected all. Now already 1 billion plus all the jewels, precious gems and stones. And there was another note and says, go complete this particular simple task. Go there and you will find a chair. You went there, you found a golden chair. And there was a note said that when you sit on this, you live forever. You will not have death at all. You will be fully happy. No birth, no death, no disease, no old age. And practically, you have conquered this world. That's what it means when you sit on this chair. How will you feel? Amazing, right? This is a very crude example, but that is what we get by chanting Hare Krishna, following what Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. By following that, we get Krishna prayer, the highest of all, everything, by which Krishna himself, with love, he gets control. That's why Krishna doesn't give Krishna prema easily. He doesn't give love to anyone. Because why? He has to become subordinate to that person. All the subordination is out of love. We all know how Yashoda Mata controlled Krishna. The Supreme Lord, not just the controller of this planet. He is the creator of the entire creation. But he was so scared when Yashoda Mata took a stick. Can you imagine? Why? Because Yashoda Mata was controlling Krishna out of love. So this is the point. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to give this love freely to everyone. Not just that. He would call his first expansion, Balaram, who appeared as Nitai, Nityananda Prabhu, and also Brahmaji, the secondary creator of this entire material planet. He called both of them and said, please go door to door, knock at the door and say, Krishna is your father, Krishna is your mother, Krishna is your wealth. Please chant the holy names. So he sent them to door so that no one is left and everybody gets this opportunity. Can you imagine the Supreme Lord's mercy? You didn't have to. In the first Satya Yuga, for deliverance, one has to perform meditation for thousands of years. In the next Yuga, Treta Yuga, one has to perform huge yajnas, which was so expensive and also it required pure-hearted personalities to perform. And the third Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, one need to do temple worship in a very meticulous way, every day, to perfect their life. But in Kali Yuga, Tat Kalo Hari Kirtana, just by chanting Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, one can perfect their life. just by chanting. And Mahaprabhu, he doesn't put any condition, no hard and fast rules. We just need to be humble. In his sixth Ashtakam prayers, he says one must chant with humility, with tolerance, offer all respect to others, expect none in return. In that mode, one chants, that person can perfect his or her life without any doubt. That is Mahaprabhu. How did this Mahaprabhu appear? In Navadvip, there was in the present day Bangladesh, in Silhat, also known as Trihatta, there was a great Brahmana known as Upendra Mishra. Upendra Mishra had 7 sons, illustrious personalities. Of them, the 5th son was very illustrious. His name is Jagannath Mishra. Jagannath Mishra, as I said earlier, Navadvip was the high seat of learning, it was the Harvard of that day. So Jagannath Mishra, he came to Navadvip to study under the great scholar Nilambar Chakravarti. Nilambar Chakravarti was one of the topmost scholars and also a great astrologer at that time. So he came to study, and after seeing his personality, seeing his devotional qualities, Nilambar Chakravarti offered his daughter Sachi Devi in marriage to Jagannath Mishra. And once they started their family life, initially they had daughters, and none of the daughters were living longer. As soon as they were born, they were going back actually. They were not living for longer. Like that, they had 8 daughters. So they started praying intensely. Remember, as I said, Advaita Acharya is also praying intensely so that the Lord can appear. So at that time, Lord Balaram, he appeared in the form of Vishwarup. He was the 9th child. He was actually the first son after the 8 daughters. And then in the year 1485, in January month, Jagannath Mishra still was praying to the Lord very intensely. At that time, Lord, he actually arranged in such a way that the entire spiritual world, spiritual creation, entered the heart of Jagannath Mishra. And he was looking so effulgent, so blissful. From his heart, the spiritual abode was transferred to the heart of Sachi Devi. And from the heart, it was transferred to her home. And she was looking, Sachi Devi Mataji was looking so effulgent, so blissful, so happy. And everybody could see that they are not ordinary persons. The Acharya says, both Jagannath Mishra and Sachi Devi, they are not ordinary people. In the previous avatar, they were Nanda Maharaj and Yashoda Mata. Before that, Dashrath Maharaj and Kaushalya. Like that, the Acharyas mentioned, they are not ordinary personalities. So, this happened in 1485 in the January month. Lord entered. Who entered? The Supreme Lord, Radha and Krishna, entered the womb of Sachi Devi. So, this went on in 1486. After 13 months, the child was not coming out. There was no delivery. They gave the delivery date, but it became so many months, 3 months, 4 months after, usually 9 months, right? 4 months after. So they were worried. So they came to Father Nilambar Chakravarti, who's a great astrologer. He said, what is happening? Can you please tell us? Then he said, the person who is inside your womb is a supreme person. He's not an ordinary person. So he is exactly waiting for the perfect moment. So Falguna Purnima, the month of Falguna, the Purnima, full moon day, that day happened to be an eclipse also. During those days, eclipse, you know what is eclipse, right? Grand. That time, everybody would go to Ganges, Ganga, and they would stand almost half their body immersed in the water, and they would keep chanting, Hari, 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 Hari. Go on chanting. So the entire Navadvip was on Ganga. Practically the entire, place, all over Bharatvarsha, at that time they were chanting the holy name. Hari, 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 Hari. So Lord was waiting for this perfect moment where everybody was chanting, Hari, 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 Hari. At that time, that Lord, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who didn't come to kill the demons, he came just to kill the demoniac qualities. He appeared in the house of Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra. Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu ki! Yeah. Lord was golden complexion, so beautiful. Whoever came to see, they looked at the complexion and said, wow, he is like Krishna, but having a golden complexion. So everybody said, he is Gaur Hari. And they saw the golden complexion. Many devotees, many people, they said, he is Gauranga. And Mother Sachi, since he was born under the neem tree, she named him as Nimai Pandit. And this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had wonderful pastimes, amazing pastimes. I have a lot to share, but please excuse me. Now we have a drama upstairs. And, it's an amazing drama, Kathuri Festival. The Kathuri Festival is basically the first Gaur Purnima celebration. So it is an amazing experience and they have put in so much efforts. So at this time, I pause and I request all of you to go upstairs to the upstairs hall where we'll witness this amazing drama. So thank you all for being here. Please excuse me if I spoke anything inappropriate. It's your humble servant. गौर पूर्णिमा महोत्सव की जय, चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय, प्रभुपाद की जय, गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि जय, की जय. Some other time we'll discuss the next close. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Please proceed. Sweet. Excuse me. He's going to regret your fate. I completely read that against. I was like, oh. Art has you have sincerity. It's the point. We've done this up. Hare Krishna devotees in Zoom. We are going upstairs for our drama. So please excuse me. I'm